नमः सर्वेभ्यः कक्षायां स्वागतम्। अद्य शुभ भानुवासरे अस्माकं द्वितीयपाठस्य किञ्चिदेव शिष्टमस्ति, तस्य अनुवर्तनम्
नमस्कारः महोदय।
अपि च तृतीयस्य प्रारम्भः क्रियते। प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं करोमि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः
नमस्कारः
गुरुर्देवो
महोदय।
महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। हरिः ओम्। श्रूयते किल? नमः सर्वेभ्यः। श्रूयते किल? अस्तु, यः कोऽपि मध्ये किमपि श्रुतं तत् स्यात् नाम प्रायः तस्य क्लेशः आसीत् तत्र इति मन्ये। अस्तु, ह्यः शनिवासरे अस्माभिः जस्त्वसन्धिविषये तत्पूर्वम् अनुस्वारसन्धिविषये अपि ज्ञानं प्राप्तम् आसीत्। जस्त्वसन्धिविषये इतोपि किञ्चित् वक्तव्यम् अस्ति, वदनीयमस्ति। ततः प्राक् किञ्चित् व्याकरणरीत्या अक्षराणां पट्टिका कथं, धर्मानुगुणं तेषां गणना कथम् इति अस्माभिः इदानीं पठ्यते। अत्र यत् प्रदर्शितमस्ति चित्रणं तदस्ति व्योमासंस्थायाः सौम्या कृष्णापुरा महोदयायाः लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुदी पाठात् स्वीकृतं। तां धन्यवादान् समर्पयित्वा अस्मिन् विषये अहमपि किञ्चित् भवन्तं पाठयितुम् इच्छामि। अत्र किमस्ति? स्थानयत्नविवेकः इति। प्रत्येकस्य अक्षरस्य स्थानं यत्नः इत्यादि भवति। तु ककारः यदि क इति अथवा क इति वदामः तत्र मुखे भिन्नभिन्नभागानां सदुपयोगः भवति। तु यदा तादृश उपयोगः भवति तदा एव तस्य उच्चारणं सम्यक् भवति। अपि च यत्नः इति तत्र श्वासकोशात् यत्नः, यथा श्वासस्य तदनन्तरं सर्वत्र कण्ठस्थाने तन्त्री इति वर्तते नादं जनयितुं, तस्य यत्नः, अपि च मुखे सर्वयत्नाः, बाह्ययत्नः, आन्तरिकयत्नः, आभ्यन्तरयत्नः इत्यादि प्रयत्नः इत्यादि नामानि सन्ति तत्र। अत्र किमस्ति इदानीं? प्रप्रथमम् अस्मिन् पार्श्वे दक्षिणपार्श्वे पश्यामः, तत्र माहेश्वरसूत्राणि इति सूचितमस्ति। किमर्थं माहेश्वरसूत्रम् इति? साक्षात् महेश्वरेण पाठितम् इति माहेश्वरसूत्राणि इति वदन्ति। तस्य ढमरुकं सः स्वीकृत्य ढमरुकनादेन अक्षराणि उत्पादितवान् इति भक्तिः अस्ति, प्रतीतिः अस्ति तत्र। ते कथम्? ऐ उण् ऋळ् एओङ् ऐऔच् हयवरट् लण् यमगणनं झभै घडदश् जबगडदश् कफछटथ चटतौ कपै शशसर् हल् इति सूत्राणि, 14 सूत्राणि सन्ति। अत्र किमस्ति? ये वर्णाः, यानि अक्षराणि अस्माभिः बाल्यावस्थायां पठितमासीत् ते एव सन्ति। अत्र किमपि नूतनं नास्ति। यद्यपि क्रमः भिन्नः, परन्तु ते एव सन्ति। परन्तु केवल स्वरेषु एकमेव सूचितमस्ति। अकारस्य एकमेव। आकार इति भिन्नः, आ इति प्लुतं भिन्नः इति न सूचितमस्ति। ह्रस्व आकारः यद् अत्र सूचितमस्ति तदेव सर्वेषाम् 18 अकाराणां ह्यः मया उक्तमासीत्। अकारे अथवा इकारे अथवा उकारे अष्टादश भेदाः सन्ति इति। ह्रस्व दीर्घ प्लुत अनुनासिक अननुनासिक अपि च स्वरित उदात्त अनुदात्त इति भेदेन अष्टादश भेदाः सन्ति इति। तथैव इकारस्य उकारस्य अपि च ऋकारस्य ळकारयोः किञ्चित् भिन्नमस्ति तत्र। एवमेव एकार ओकारयोः ह्रस्व इति नास्ति, केवल दीर्घ इत्येव। प्लुत इत्यपि तत्र भवति, परन्तु अस्माकं कृते लोके दीर्घ एव। ए इति दीर्घमेव, ओ इति अपि दीर्घमेव। यद्यपि कन्नड भाषायां वा तमिळु भाषायां वा ए ओ ओ इति मात्रा एकमात्रकः द्विमात्रकः उच्चार्यते अस्माभिः। संस्कृते तथा नास्ति, अपि च हिंदी भाषायामपि तथा नास्ति। ए ओ इति दीर्घरूपाण्येव सन्ति। परन्तु व्याकरण व्यवस्थायां प्लुत इत्यादि भेदाः सन्ति, ह्रस्वः नास्ति। ऐ औ इत्यपि तथैव दीर्घप्लुतभेदाः एव सन्ति। अत्र अनुस्वारः विसर्जनीयः। अम् अः इत्येषां सूचना नास्ति। तद्वर्णद्वयं अनन्तरम् आगमिष्यति। तत् साक्षात् मूलशब्दवाङ्मये नास्ति, आदेशेन तेषाम् आगमनं भविष्यति। तदनन्तरं हयवरट् इति सूत्रात् अन्तपर्यन्तं, हल् इति अन्तपर्यन्तं व्यञ्जनानां सूचना, परन्तु न तु क्रमशः। अस्माभिः तु एवं पठ्यते किल, क ख ग घ ङ च छ ज झ ञ ट ठ ड ढ ण त थ द ध न प फ ब भ म य र ल व श स ह ळ। एवं ल इति ळ इत्यपि कन्नडे अस्ति, संस्कृते वेदे अस्ति तत् ळ इति, परन्तु सामान्य लौकिकसंस्कृते लकारः एव अस्ति, ळकारः इति नास्ति। अस्तु नाम तु, परन्तु माहेश्वरसूत्रेषु तेषां व्यवहारः किञ्चित् भिन्नरीत्या भवति। Whereas in the normal practice we do row wise like this, ka kha ga ga nya, pretty much in the Maheshwara Sutras there is a columnar approach in organizing the Vyanjanas. Okay, columnar approach is there, and there is an intermixing of a little bit of the Avargiya Vyanjana and the Vargiya Vyanjana. So you will see a few Avargiya Vyanjanas here in the beginning. Okay, Hayavarala, and then you will see Vargiya Vyanjanas in different columnar orders. Even the column is not read like the way. Not all. Madam, if you are having audibility problem, usually the problem is at your end, because I have a Teams app. If I am having a reachability issue, I will get a notification here. So you need to be a little patient or track what you missed later on with the recording. If 4 or 5 people complain, then definitely problem is at my end. If one person is complaining, others are keeping quiet, the problem is at your end. Okay. I thought maybe others also. That's why. No, okay. No. Others will help themselves. Thank you. Okay. So. Yeah, so I was saying, so it is not read even as nya nama. So for certain reasons, also probably for pronunciation simplification as a mantra, these are almost mantric. Okay, so he reorganizes a little bit, nyamanganam, like that. Okay, so little, but it's still the same column. See, later you will see again, jha bha gha dha dha is from this column. Okay, so 5th column, 4th column, then you can see the soft 3rd column, jabagada dash, then you see the mahaprana, kha cha tha tha pa, in a different order, kha cha tha tha. Okay, we have that in Tamil also, kha cha tha tha para, jnana namana, yarla varna, like that. In that order it is grouped. Okay, so you will see the Mahapranas, then you will see Chatata Kapa. So it is basically going in the column order, little bit like from right to left, the way we see it. Okay, so this is not entirely disordered. There is a columnar progression, but there is a different kind of split. For example, Anunasikas are split under one rule, and couple of the Mahaprana, see here, Jabhai. So he chose to split it off from Ghadadash because there are some rules where he requires that separately and he chooses to separate out the thing, okay, instead of reading it as one verse, etc. So this is the organization, and what grammarians do is they use the one of the letters and one of these red letters. These red letters that are there in the end, they are called technical letters or it letters in Samskrita Vangmaya. It akshara. It is a Paninian or a grammarian's definition of something that will be used as a tag and will not be part of the list. Okay, so when I say an, okay, an, when I use, that is called a pratyahara. The technical title for the term an is a pratyahara. An will consist of a, e, u, and in turn a represents all 18 akaras, e represents all 18 ikaras, etc. And there are again further paribhasha to tell when a hrusva or a dirgha should be considered or not considered. There are lots of technicalities in the Paninian grammar. We will not go so far. Okay, so I'm just giving you some.
It Sangya Seema Nirdishite. Border, it decides the border. It Sangya. Sankhya.
Okay, so I will not go into further details now. Let me focus on what I want to come to now. Okay, for the sake of the Jastva Sandhi, etc. So you will notice I have further now indicated in the green box. Okay, this whole thing called Hashvarnaha. So the Hash is from Hakara to Shakara. So Hashvarnaha. So what is Hashvarnaha? This is the entire list of soft consonants, so-called soft consonant. So if you come to the left side, you will see Hashvarnaha again in this big box here. Okay, so in this big box, Hashvarnaha. So they contain of, or they have the external effort, Bahya Prayatna effort called Samvara Nada Gosha. I am not going into too much detail there, but know that Shwasa, it means there is a breathy quality. Okay, and Nada means there is a tonal quality. That means there is more involvement of the Shabda Tantri, of the vocal cords. Okay, the vocal cords are dominantly playing a role for these, and the Shwasa is less, I mean, it is not just breath, it is containing the vibrations of the vocal cord also, whereas these kha, kha, etc. have more breath force in them. Okay, they're called Shwasas, that's why. Okay, and further within, there is a Alpa Prana, Mahaprana. That means less air involvement and more air involvement. And that is there in both the Karkasha or the Khar Varna. Again, the Khar Varna is this box here. Okay, so all these are the harsh letters, first two columns basically. And these are the next three columns. Okay, and a little bit of the soft unorganized consonants, Hayavaral, Hayavarala. Okay, what come out to the khar part from the unorganized? Shasha sa. Okay, shasha sa. The ha is a special agent. That's why it is present a little bit twice in the table, because Panini wants to use the hakara in different sets. So he creates the second ha here. We will not go too much detail into that. That's one of the letters that you see duplicated. Okay, so this way he is using this pratyahara from Maheshwara Sutra to pick elements from this table smartly. Now what this table has done is lot of Paninian formula which explain verses that explain these properties. For example, akuha visarjaniyanam kantaha will be one Paninian sutra or something like that. So that means akara and kavarga, ku here stands for kavarga, and all of them, and ha and visarjaniya, and it's there here somewhere, visargaha kantaha. So all these belong to the sthana of kanta. Then these belongs to talu sthana, murdha sthana, danta sthana, like that. So if you can see here, this table, you will see that dominant play of those areas is how they are determined, categorized. So because that the way the sound is engineered from the mouth to be coming outside, they get organized accordingly in rows, and the columns are mostly about abhyantara prayatna and bahya prayatna. Okay, so the sthana is row deciding the row, and the prayatna is deciding the column. That's why it's called sthana yatna viveka. And the row heading and column heading viveka. Okay, very straightforward. So you guys can slowly read all this. Okay, so I will not go on about it. So it's a very useful single snapshot of quite a few Paninian definitions in the beginning of his Shastra or grammar Shastra. Okay, and it's very helpful. Both this Maheshwara Sutrani table and Sthana Yatna Viveka, you can see how much scientific the whole language is. Very, very scientific. Nothing is random. Okay. Huh. That's small. I just wanted to show about that. We'll move towards Jastvana. So if you come to the Maheshwara Sutrani here, you will see Jash. Jash. Okay. See Jabagada Dash. So Jabagada Da. That is third column. Okay. So that's Sandhi is called Jastvam because other consonants are getting transferred to this set. Okay, that's why it's called Jastvam. Jastvam, like I told yesterday, is the dharma of the just letters. Okay, so they attain Jastvam. They get the dharma of the just letters. That's why it's called Jastva Sandhi. Okay, and similarly, some other names are there: Shtutva, Shchutva, etc. Shchu. Okay, Shchu is not constructed directly from the Maheshwara Sutra. It is constructed from these shortcuts. Okay, Shakara, that's all the way here. This Shakara and Chu letters. Okay, so Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Nya are called Chu letters. In fact, there is a little bit of nasal twang with the Chandrabindu. Chu letters like that. Okay, and that is again that nasal twang is the it akshara there. We generally call it chu. Anyway, so that is a Paninian sign for the row. So in addition to using his pratyaharas for the columnar picks, he uses these shortcuts to pick the rows. Ku, chu, tu, tu, pu. If you remember in your childhood, those of us who studied one of our beautiful native languages, we have always known kachatatapa as something that we mug up because we need to remember the order, etc. We remember this 5 rows as kachata tapas, so that we know how to go orderly, nice like that. So taka taka we can go after that. So that same kachata tapa is actually kuchu tutu. Somebody with a double connection, stay muted. Okay, so the kuchu tutu pu is how Paninian titles are. He uses as an additional sign to indicate that it is a sign. Okay, okay. So this much. Any specific questions related to this? What I have presented in this sheet?
Sir, only thing about this Chutva Sandhi you told, no, that we need to take this cha, shu, but in the same row, ya is also coming. Do we have to consider ya also, sir?
No, 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 no. See, there is a thick blue line I have drawn here. I don't know how much it's visible to you.
Sir. Yeah,
so basically, this blue color is to indicate the termination of that ku sign. Ku is ka kha ga ganya. Chu is cha cha ja janya. Okay. Whereas kantastana is for this entire row. Okay. Are you happy? Response. Okay.
Am I audible, sir?
Are you audible? Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I was asking because in our Shutva Sandhi, we will take that sh and cha,
if you remember, stu, the compound stu has sh plus chu.
Okay.
So only shakara plus chu. Chu is this 5. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. I think Jayanti Varya has her hand up. I'll bring it down. We'll go back to Jastva. So yesterday we studied that, for example, Shat Ananaha, Shadananaha, Takara to Dakara, etc. So what is happening? We are moving from this column, first column, to third column. Okay. Okay. That's what is happening. Okay. So softening is happening in Jastva, Jash letters. Okay? Ja, this Gaja, Da, Da, Ba is the set of Jash letters. Okay. And in the Jash, the Sh that we use is not part of the set. You remember in Maheshwara Sutra, Jash is Jabagadada. The Sh is just an it letter. It also happens to be part of another set, Shar or some such Pratyahara, Khar Pratyahara, etc. But these terminal red ones with the Halanta thing, they are it signed letters, which are only technical used as part of the name, and later on they get removed from the set. Okay. And why different sounds for them? Again, it is not random. Panini uses some prakriya based on that anta letter also. Not always. Sometimes that's used. Okay. So yes.
Sir, can I have one question regarding Chutva Sandhi? In page number 19, the sixth one is there, Mrut Shakatika. Actually, it is Mrut plus Shakatika. Ta Sha becomes a Cha. Can you elaborate about this? How it becomes?
You please be patient, because there is a whole host of sandhis. Okay. Vyanjana sandhis, like I told in some earlier classes also, they are very closely coupled to each other. Okay. So
Okay.
one happens, then the next happens, then next happens, like that. They are progressive. Okay. Unlike Swara Sandhis, which carve out specific areas of the mapping and don't try to clash with each other, at least the way we have read them in the Parichaya lessons. The Vyanjana Sandhis are not so easily explained away as independent sets. Okay. They can be understood well if you understand the progression of how they work. Okay, so my intent today is to visualize a little bit of that progression. Okay, and that's why please stand by. Okay.
Okay.
So
thank you.
Now let's see one simple what is simple sandhi, like Bhagini said something, Mrit Shakatika, something like. So let us take this Marut plus Tikate. Obviously it's a Vyanjana sandhi because Halanta Takara is colliding with a Takara there. Okay, after that there is an Ikara, but the association is between the Takara and the Takara. So there is a progressive transform that happens to reach the final form. Okay. Again, I'm jumping the gun a little bit here because later on we are going to study some of these sandhis in more detail. But the point here is, first thing that happens is Jastva. So Jastva sandhi is not a conclusive sandhi in every case. It becomes the conclusive sandhi if other sandhis don't intervene after Jastva. Okay. So if the other sandhis don't intervene, Jastva holds. So it is the broadest sandhi which happens first, then others start taking over. Okay. So this happens because in Paninian grammar, in his software, there are two segments. Okay. Seven chapters and one segment is one portion, and eighth chapters, last three padas is another segment. Okay. The beautiful software of his, the first 7 chapters and the first pada of the 8th chapter, okay, they are all parallel programs. I don't know how we can explain this without using software terminologies. Basically, sets of formulas in those regions compete with each other for attention of operation on the word to be transformed. Okay, so they are concurrently fighting to work on the word, and there is when there is a clash, when the match happens to meet the needs of one set of formulas and another set at the same time, Then there are methods by which we resolve which set will have the priority to operate on the word, and so on and so forth. Okay, so there is a parallel programming technique in the first 7 chapters and the first pada of the last chapter in Panini. Okay, it's in a very broad way I can state that. Okay, and remember, it is not sutra wise parallelism, sets of sutras parallelism, because small subprograms are there in his first 7 chapters and the first part of the second chapter. So each subprogram is like a collection of formulas that work together to operate and on some congruent thing. But in the last 3 padas of his Ashtadhyayi, okay, he has a serial program. First formula works if it needs to work. I mean, every formula works only if it needs to work. If it doesn't, if the criteria to operate that formula are not met, that formula is quiet. Have nothing to do, he will say. He will look at the word, he'll check whether any of his criteria to transform meet, then he works. If it doesn't meet, he keeps quiet and passes the word as is to the next one. So like this, like a normal serial software we call it, it works that way. Each sometimes it is a set of, somebody has unmuted. Please do not unmute in the middle. Please do not. Okay. We would love to hear your questions at the appropriate time. So when even in the serial program, sometimes a few neighbor statements, they work together, of course. Okay, they're generally organized properly, but here and there they have some kind of association with them, which there are techniques he uses to explain those associations. We'll not go into those. So all these Vyanjana Sandhis, of the Paninian Prakriya come in that serial program. Okay. So because they come in the serial program, you have to do the first one, and whatever comes out of the first one, you have to look at and apply it to the second one, etc. Okay. There is no fight between them. Okay. So Jastva appears very early. You see 8.2. Of course, if you can read the Sanskritam numerals, please all of you make sure that the Devanagari Lipi and Samskrita numbers, that is Devanagari Lipi numbers, are internalized. Remember that the English alphabet numerals, they come from this only. Okay, so this is the mother. So 8.2.39. Okay, 8.2.39. See, then you see 8.4.41. Then you see 8.4.55. See how this gets to grab, then this gets to grab, then this gets to grab, etc. Progressively they get to grab and operate. Okay, so this shtutva, shchutva, etc. they are actually later in order than jashtva. Though in Sanskrit Bharati's this book, they are not trying to complicate your life. In order to explain well, I'm trying to make it a little messy for you so that later it becomes clear. Sometimes we have to jump into the mud to later know what is there. So that's what we are doing here. We're getting into the muddle a little bit. That's okay. So Jastva happens first. Whether or not that will stay that way, later on other formulas take over to do further transformations. Okay. So for Marut Tikate, first transformation is Takara to Dakara. This is unconditional, whatever comes next. For example, Jalam Jashonte formula simply says change the Jal endings to Jash endings with unconditional. Okay. In fact, there is no what we call nimitta or condition for it, saying, something swara has to be there afterwards, mrudu vyanjana has to be there. Nothing. Simply change it, he says. So this takara to dakara change. Now I have come to our good old nursery table. Takara to dakara change happens unconditionally first. So marud plus tikate. So we cannot anymore work with marud plus tikate. We have to work with marud plus tikate because Jhalam Jashonte formula has transformed. So the next guy that gets to look at it is this Shtunash-tuhu formula, Shtutva. Okay, he sees that there is a Dakara, which is a Stu letter, Tavarga letter, Sakara and Tavarga letter. So he converts it to Stu letter because the Takara is a Stu letter in the neighborhood, and this is the nimitta for him. Stuna means in the neighborhood of a Stu letter. Takara being a Stu letter, this condition is met. So we pass on to do the shtu substitution. See this equation. See the equation. When there is a shtu letter, change it to shtu letter. So it's a formula. It is not a normal Sanskritam sentence. So so what happens? Dakara changes to shtutva. So dakara. What is the corresponding sound for dakara in the tavarga? Da. Okay. It stays in the column and goes to dakara. So that shtutva is done. So maruddati kate, it's how it stays. But that is not the final form. The loka, we know, uses marutti kate. How that happens? Another formula a few steps later, 55th one in that fourth pada, kharicha formula does the chartva. So there is another Vyanjana Sandhi called chartva that takes over and switches the column of the dakara back to harsh column takara. Okay, so Jashtva softened it, Shtutva reverted to a different row, then Chartva harshened it. How beautiful the progression. Okay, so this is Paninian Prakriya. He has thought through the Sandhi Prakriya process and said, if I describe this way, then everybody fits nicely. So he has found method in the madness. Okay, and that is his method. So this was thousands and thousands of years ago. These formulas were done to define the language. Is there any grammar in this world for any language that is mathematical like this? No. Everybody writes like reams of pages of words, and they try to bring some order to it, fail, list 1000 exceptions, and every word becomes an exception, etc. Not that Sanskritam grammar doesn't have exceptions. There are. So, but he puts them in also in formula. When there is a saha or a shaha, then do this, override my earlier formula. He will list the exceptions. Generally, he tends to have one generic formula which covers 95% of the cases, and then he tends to have 10, 15, sometimes more formulas behind it to state the few exceptions cases that will not meet that general nature. So general plus exception is his method of going. So this is highly scientific. Focus on what is general, then state the exceptions and list it all in some kind of ordered way. Define rules of what priority is for what and go about it. The best software methodology has been deployed by him in Ashtadhyayi. So even today, many computer scientists marvel at how this man or that parampara, of course, let us look at Panini as a parampara. I mean, all his gurus and himself, everybody. Okay, so how that parampara developed this methodology, they marvel at it. Okay, it is many computer scientists have actually switched tracks to learn how he has gone about it and see whether there are things to pick up from his process in the regular world also. Okay, so
sir, just one clarification. Since Sandhi is the option of the author, can you stop at one of these stages? You have shown
no. Once you cannot stop in the intermediate forms. You have to walk through if you choose to. Otherwise, you should leave it as Marut and Tikate as two separate words.
Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt. So when the words are taken, they are taken in the Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam, right? Or do they take the Pratipadikam?
Under what context your question? If there is a samasa, if there is a samasa pada, then the first half is just a pratipadika, not in any vibhakti. But if it is just a junction of two full words, then both have vibhaktis.
So for every sandhi, when we are actually trying to say the same prageva, prak plus eva. Eva is avyayam.
Prageva is not as it's not a samasa pada. So prak is one word, eva is another word. Yeah. Okay. And so prageva, when we try to write them together without the avasana, we do the sandhi and do prageva because we soften the kakara. That's what happens there. Okay. And after that, there is no further sandhi happens because anyway there is no A is not a Vyanjanakshara. So no other new Jashtva, Shtutva, or Chartva, anything triggers. So it remains Prageva.
Yeah. So for Jagat, Mahat, and all that, they are in the Pradhama Ekavachanam, right?
Let us take Jagat Guruhu. Okay, Jagat Guruhu. You cannot write it in split mode at all because it is a Samasapada.
Samasapada.
You are not allowed to write it as Jagat space Guruhu.
Right. Right.
Okay, I again for Marut plus Tikate, I have to my knowledge again is limited. I am not sure there is a Vibhakti form called Marut. So it looks like Pratipadika to me. So this also looks like some kind of Samastapada perhaps. Okay, the choice may not be there to split them like that. Okay, except in the hands of a grammarian when analyzing. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I think it's also Marutta. That's what I just wanted on Marut, Marutau, Marutaha, something like that comes. In which case this is with Vibhakti, then Marut space Tikate is okay. Okay. Yeah. But in a samasa, you cannot just split them off and write them separately and pronounce them separately. Only for analyzing, you do that like on paper to check what's happening. And that is a grammarian's world. It is not a Laukika Prayoga. So I cannot make it Jagat Guruhu. I have to say Jagat Guruhu. Or I have to split them as Jagataha Guruhu. What is Jagataha? Shashti Ekavachana.
That is Shashti Ekavachana.
So Jagataha Guruhu, Jagat Guruhu, Jagat Guruhu.
That becomes the samasa, right? The sandhi.
That is what is called Vigraha Karana. Okay? If you have to reverse the samasa in the vakya, you have to find the Vigraha vakya and use the Vigraha vakya in the sentence. Okay?
Okay, that's where my doubt is coming, because when we are using splitting these words, which form of the vibhakti are we using?
Right now we are not analyzing samasa. Right now we are not analyzing samasa. We are just studying the sandhi between Jagat and Guru as an internal samasa, internal sandhi.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Actually, that's why there is a scope for Sanskrit Bharati to annotate that this is a samasa, this is not a samasa. It would have been, maybe we should, as teachers, we should do that sometime. Okay. Yeah. Is there another question? Yeah.
Sir, just one
actually, here we are actually going from Jastva Sandhi to Shtutva Sandhi. We cannot directly put that Marut plus Tikate, where we can apply that Shtutva Sandhi and then Ta becomes Ta, sir, straight down.
I also had the same doubt, sir.
Madam, right now, in the way you answer in the exam, okay, this Marut Tikate, you are going to show the Chartva and call it Marut Tikate. You will look at it as Takara to Takara change, call it Chartva and change it off. Okay, something like that will happen. Okay, but that is the final Sandhi. So in the way Samskrita Bharati is trying to organize, they are showing the final Sandhi stuff. Okay. But in the Paninian Prakriya, all three sandhis are sequentially happening. Jastva followed by Shtutva followed by Chartva results in Marut Tikate. But if you recognize it as a Chartva, according to how we look at it later, that is fine. Okay. Eventually, that is the one that has left the Takara there in place of Takara through the transformation tree. Okay.
Okay.
So you can call Jastva and Shtutva as Poshakas to Chartva. You can look at it that way. Yeah.
Okay. So there is a priority in which we need to apply the sandhis.
Yes. My point is actually little bit there is a contention in the way the Vyanjana sandhis are organized here as separate buckets in the different chapters. It would be useful for upgrading the students to learn the process also. That's my contention. That's all. Not just mine. Many other teachers have indicated that maybe the Vyanjana Sandhis interrelationships have to be brought out like that. But when that revision will happen, whether Sanskrit Bharati wants to complicate the life of the students, we will. But I feel that putting, because you guys are all adult students. I am not teaching 7th standard students or something who will get overwhelmed if I start putting Jalam, Jashonte and all that. But you guys are all adult students and I have no problem in putting you in a little bit of mud. Okay, that's all. Okay.
Okay. But in the exam, if you answer directly like
you
this,
can go either way. You can go either way. You can show the Jastva, Shtutva, Chartva in brackets one by one, or you can just show Chartva showing Marut to Marut Tikate. No problem.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, I think I took a lot more time to explain that than what I thought, but it's okay. So let us do some abhyasa of Jashtva. Now, guys, this chapter-wise abhyasa is of very low utility. Okay, I will tell you why. Because each of you know you are going to do Jashtva. So there is no challenge at all, right? So you know Kakara, Ambara, Dig, Gakara, Takara, Ta, Tha, Da, Dakara. Kakara to Gakara, Takara to Dakara. Like this, you guys know. Just like pat, you can answer. Okay. So the challenge eventually is going to be, am I looking at a Jastva or am I looking at a potential Chartva after that and Shtutva and then a Chartva? That is the challenge. Okay. That's why it will be nice if we go progressively. But sometimes Sanskrit Bharati will give an intermediate form, right? So when they give an intermediate in the Jastva, they won't give because they are starting with Jastva. Jastva is the first guy. So all these forms you see on the left side, Dik, Tat, Dhik, Pravrit, these are all the native Pratipadika forms or the word forms. Okay. So here there is no clash. But earlier when we saw Shtutva and all that, we saw sometimes they used to show with Sakara. Sometimes they used to show with Dakara, etc. Conveniently having done the Jastva, they showed. Okay, to feed into the Shtutva. Okay, so this, for example, in Marut Tikate, they would have shown it as Marud plus Tikate, then you are doing probably, actually they won't give it for Shtutva because they know Chartva will take over afterwards, so they will avoid giving it under Shtutva. So that's their method. Avoid giving intermediate Sandhi rules, Sandhi examples, go for the final sets like that. So they will go with that attitude. Okay, anyway, so here it is a game because we know what to do. So you guys can give some crowd answers. So Dik Ambaraha. Digambaraha. Very popular sound, we know. Digambaraha. Gakara. Kakara to Gakara. Tat Eva. Tadeva. Dakara. Tadeva. Okay. Dhik Dhanam. Digdanam. In the exam, please write like I am doing here. Show this intermediate. Then you of course don't need to use crayons and all. Even in pencil or pen, whatever you write it. Show this and then put in bracket Jastva or Jastva Sandhihi something. Jastvam or Jastva or Jastva Sandhihi, something you put. So that is when you will get your full marks. Okay, because the exam question will be join and name. Okay, sandhi karyam krutva sandhi namam suchayata kimapi likitam bhavati tatra. You cannot forget the other. I will give only half a marks if you don't do the sandhi naming. Many people lost easy marks because they forgot to name the sandhi, etc. Okay, so Dhigdhanam. So again Gakara here, Dhigdhanam. Now I don't know. Okay, here I have given some curse or banish is the phrase for Digdhanam. Okay, I don't know how, but anyway. Pravrit Jalam.
Pravrit Jalam.
Takara to Dakara. Pravrit Jalam. Okay, Pravrit Jalam. Say Dakara Jakara. Okay, Pravrit. So again, that means rainwater. Srak Iyam. Okay, Sragiyam. So Srak garland. Okay, this is a like for example, you will use this when you say hey Bale Sragiyam Svikuru. Okay, hey girl, receive this mala, like this by the proposer. Let's say Rama to Sita. Let us stay honest. So Rama to Sita may be saying, hey Site, Sragiyam Svikuru, like that. Achvarna.
Ajvarna.
This one is a Paninian title. Ach. We just studied the Maheshwara Sutras, so it is coming from that. Somebody is very noisy. Okay, we will manage until we answer this. Apjatam.
Abjatam.
Abjatam. Okay. Up means water. Jatam means became. So abjatam means something became watery. Some such sense may be there. I'm not too sure. Remember, when we do sandhi, there is no need to bring a collateral meaning for that pair. Only after the full sentence is told, sometimes we can make out. Okay. Samrat asti.
Samrat asti.
Dakara. Okay. Samrad asti. Okay. So the Chakravarti is there. Vadet iti.
Vadediti.
Very good. Dakara. Vadediti. So slowly, guys. Now, when we look at this compound, start identifying what has happened and be able to reverse. Okay, that is what. So mostly in stotras and sutras and normal stories, you will see like this. Small, they don't break up everything. So vadediti, you should never get confused. What am I looking at? Vadet iti, vadediti, samrat asti. You should be able to quickly unravel the sandhi in your brain. Doesn't matter you name it, but yeah, you should be able to unravel it. So then you will know the meaning easily. Shat adikam. Shadadikam. So we have seen a few examples of this. Probably not every. I don't say apu, abu, pakara to bakara happened. Dakara, dakara, jakara also we saw. Where did we see jakara? Ajvarnaha, we saw that. Okay. Gakara we saw plenty. Digambara. So every example has been given. Okay, of Jashtva in this set. So Shat Adhikam means more, 6 more like that, 6 plus. Okay, disjoin the Sandhi. Again, it is also, everything is Jashtva, so not much value, but we will try. Vagvadaha, Vak plus Vadaha, K plus Va, G plus Va, like that. So Brihad Gatraha. Brihat plus Gatraha. I will only mouth it off. Brihat plus Gatraha. So the Takara has changed to Dakara due to Jashtva. Dga. I'm showing actually the progression there. Tg to Dg to Dg. Like this. Okay, you guys can try this out. I'll just quickly unravel them. Dhimadvaraha. Dhimat plus Varaha. Dhimat plus Varaha. So a suitable person for marriage, let us say. Vagbanaha.
Vak plus
Banaha. So Kakara has gone to Gakara. Word that is an arrow. Our newspaper is full of this only now. Vagishaha.
Vak
plus Ishaha. Vagishaha. That means Lord of words, Lord of language. Okay. Mahadasti.
Mahat
Mahat plus asti. Something big is there. Something that is something significant. That kind of sense you use Mahatasti. Okay. Shatvadane. Shadvadane. I already gave the answer. Shat plus Vadane. I shouldn't have called it Shatvadane. I should read it as Shadvadane only because that is the softer variant. Shadvadane. So if you notice, actually it's important to notice what is there at the right side. Okay. You will generally see the right side has a swara or a soft vyanjana. Okay. So when there is a swara or a soft vyanjana, Jashtva holds, it doesn't get disturbed. When other things are present, it gets disturbed. That's what is the thing to remember. Okay. All right. So Madhulit Dayate.
Madhulit plus Dayate.
So reverse the Dakara to Takara. Madhulit plus Dayate. So a bee or a nectar liquor flies. See how the Madhulit is constructed as a bee. Madhulit name for a bee is from nectar liquor. Wow. What a beautiful name. The best engineering possible of names. Subantam.
Sup plus antam.
Plus antam. This is again a Paninian word. You're not going to use this in the normal language. So sup means some kind of a pratyaya. We know, no? That is the nama pratyayas are called sup. Su, aujas, etc., etc. That is sup. Okay. Then udgachati.
Ut plus gachati.
Ut plus gachati. So takara to takara. Udgachati. That means emerges, upward goes. Actually, see how emerges is coined as upward goes. Huh? Gachati goes. Ut is upward. Qualifier to the gam dhatu. So gamulr or gam dhatu. So udgachati means emerges. Beautiful. Abadinam.
Up plus adina.
Up plus adinam. Of water, etc. is the sense. Okay. All right.
So, can we? How can we split Shadabhyam?
That is actually what happens. We at this stage are not going inside single words and trying to go to the sandhi of the prakriti and pratyaya. There is a shat prakriti and a bhyas pratyaya which generate that shadabhyam like that. Okay, clearly yes, there is a shat pratipadika and then the bhyas and then some Paninian rules take over and at some point just why is happening. Okay. But it is an internal kriya within the word formation. Normally we don't go so far, but sometimes it may appear. So again, shat plus bhyam, shad plus bhyam, shad bhyam, like that you go. Okay. Don't try to look at whether bhyam comes from bhyas and all that. And all. Don't worry about all that. Okay.
That abjatam and ach varnaha. Why that half ja and half ba is used, sir? Number 6 and number 7. Ach varnaha up jatam. Why is it half ba and half ja?
Are you aware of the Sanskrit script, madam?
No, actually, I'm asking.
No. You should first learn the Sanskrita script completely to ask that question. Okay, it is actually nursery question because you know what is a samyuktakshara, right?
Yes.
This is a samyuktakshara. B, J, A, ja. B, J, A, ja. Similarly, J, V, A, jva. Okay. That is called samyuktakshara. You see here, you will see it more clearly. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Laukika nyayah. So some two more beautiful nyayas. Let us study here. Lokokti almost. Dehali Deepa Nyayah. Dehali means threshold. Okay, so that's what they have explained here. Let us read what Sanskrit Bharti has to say. Dehali means threshold. A lamp placed on the threshold sheds light to the inside and outside. When it's possible to achieve two results by doing one work, or when a single word is having anvaya in two places, this is in a sentence. This maxim is cited. Okay, that means when you double up the usage of something, that kind of place you can see Dehali Deepa Nyayena Tena Evam Kritam. Somebody does something. We say, oh, Dehali Deepa Nyayena Tena Evam Kritam. So he wanted to achieve two or more results from his act, so he did it like this. Like that. Okay, so you can use it in that context because a lamp that is placed on a threshold will light to both inside and outside, like that sense. Okay, selfish and parartha. Swartha parartha also you can take. Yes, madam?
Mahodaya, when we teach others any subject or even Sanskrit, while teaching, we also learning. So can we say that it is like that?
In my case, definitely. In my case, the swartha is more than the parartha.
Generally for everybody, Mahodaya, for everybody, two purposes be served at the same time. Other person will be benefited by your teaching. I will be learning by my teaching. No.
Yes.
So
Suchi kataha nyayah. Suchi kataha nyayah. Suchi is a needle. Okay. Kataha is a frying pan. So both are metallic, you see, needle and a frying pan. A person goes to the blacksmith, that means the one who does metal work, with a request for a kataha. wanting to make a frying pan. A little later, another person comes to the same blacksmith requesting for a needle. Okay. Now the blacksmith uses his discretion and makes the needle first because it takes less time, and then starts the work on the order for kataha. So this, standard industrial practice, no? So you try, how do you improve the customer satisfaction in average? So those that are quick jobs, you prioritize and get them done and make them happy and go away, because that customer may come with a kataha order tomorrow. So he feels, oh, suchi is done quickly, he will come for a kataha. So that way, okay, you prioritize the works so that you get average, on the average your delivery time is shortened. Okay, so we know this. So this is there in the old Sanskritam. There it's called Suchi Kataha Nyaya. Okay, so do something that is very short time.
In the exam, we write first the short answers and then detailed answer.
We'll discuss exams when we are in February. Okay, by doing this, he avoids any delay for the. Please
He's
let me
telling
finish.
it as an example.
Please let me finish. Yeah. By doing this, he avoids any delay for the person who wants a small job done. Okay, so the maxim is quoted in such situations where priority of jobs is fixed based on the time they consume, but you have to balance it. Okay, Bhagini here probably was not asking a question about exam. She was mentioning even in the exam we do this. The maximum marks are there in the second sheet of the question paper, and the first sheet has long answers. So we do the short answers first and then do the long answers. Correct. She is right. That way she puts less tension on herself in the 3 hours that she has. Correct. Well done. Good example of Suchi Katahanyaya. Is that what, Bhagini?
For the first one, can you say that oru kallula rendu mangai, like that? Is it of the meaning?
Cholula, oru kallula rendu mangai. One stone for 2 mangoes. Yeah, you can say it is Daily Deepanyaya. Correct.
Yes, Mahodaya.
The same meaning? Yes, no? Okay. Is it of the same meaning?
It is of the same purport. It is not of the same meaning. Okay.
Yeah,
it is the same purport. Yeah. Okay. Sangrahya Vishayaha. Okay. So as we know, the last segment, some nice verses that of right from our childhood, our grandmothers and mothers, if they are from the Paddhati, would have taught us. I at least remember my mother and grandmothers teaching me this. So a shloka to be recited early in the morning, immediately after waking up, looking at the palms. We rub the both palms, look at the palm and do this. कराग्रे वसते लक्ष्मीः करमध्ये सरस्वती करमूले स्थिता गौरी प्रभाते करदर्शनम्. Okay, so what this is saying, simply stating that in the early morning, looking at the hand, we actually end up looking at 3 pavitra items. Lakshmi, Saraswati and Gauri are all imagined to reside in that hand, and by praying, looking at the palm, we are simultaneously praying to all 3 of them. So because Lakshmi resides in the Karagra and Saraswati in the Madhya Bhaga of the Kara and Kara Mule Gauri. Now this is the very literal translation. Okay, that's also meaningful. It's nice, it's meaningful, but there is a little more subtle quality to why Lakshmi is in the Karagra, Saraswati in Karamadhya and Gauri in the Karamula. Okay, goddess Lakshmi resides at the tip of the hand, Saraswati in the middle of the palm, Gauri is at the base of the hand. Therefore, seeing the palm, the morning is considered auspicious. There is nothing in the verse to say auspicious, that is implicit. Prabhate karadarshanam पूज्यम इति किमपि अस्माभिः चिन्तितव्यं तत्र. ओके, अध्याहारः करणीयः अस्माभिः, परन्तु अत्रापि केवलं साक्षात् अर्थं दत्तमस्ति. Literal translation is given, but actually if you see what is Karagra is a tip of the hand has the sense of giving. Okay, So Lakshmi resides at the tip of our hand so that it is ready to be given, bestowed upon the needy. Okay. And Kara Madhya is basically the base. Okay. Not the base, the body of the hand is the Kara Madhya, you can kind of say. So the Kara Madhya should be educated, Saraswati. Okay. And Kara Moola is Gauri. She is the root of the hand. Okay. So the quality of the Gauri should be there in that. That is the teaching. Okay. So you can say the palm, as I have done in the picture, is pictured as a tree like this with the Moola, Madhya and Agra. So Agra, you can see all the leaves are money to be given away. And this is the body of the tree, sweet body of the tree, which is well educated, based on the Gaurava of Gauri. Okay, that I think, that's what I have in Sanskritam here. Poshanartham Gauri Mule, Jnanartham Saraswati Madhye, Danartham Lakshmi Karagre cha. So, yadi vayam evam अर्थयितुं शक्नुमः तदा एव एतस्य कवेः सन्तोषः भवति. Before stepping
very
on the ground.
Sir. This explanation very beautiful.
Thank you, Bhagini. Before stepping on the ground, so this also we were taught. Samudravasane Devi Parvatastana Mandale Vishnupatni Namastubhyam Padasparsham Kshamasvame. So Vishnupatni is a Hrisva Ikaranta because it's Sambodhana. So He Vishnupatni, He Vishnupatni, He Devi, Hrisva. So He Devi, He Vishnupatni, or He Devi Vishnupatni, addressing. Okay. Namastubhyam, I pray to you. I bestow my namaskaras in you. Tubhyam, namastubhyam. And what kind? Samudra vasane. Hey Samudra vasane. Hey, you who have the ocean as your dress. What a beautiful concept for earth. So the dress, the sari of the ocean, sari of the earth is ocean. Samudra vasane. Sambodhana again. Hey Samudra vasane. Again, Hey Parvatastana Mandale. One who has the mountain for her bosom. Okay. So Parvatastana Mandale. Beautiful description of earth in a very figurative, colorful way, saying the Himalayas and such mountains are your Sthana Mandala. The Samudra is your sari, dress. And Sacha Devi, hey you Vishnu Patni, I offer you my prayer, and then I ask for your forgiving. How forgivance? How Padasparsham me kshamasva. Okay. So my touching of my feet on you, please excuse. Forgive me for touching you with my feet. Okay. So that is a second part of the whole thing. Okay. So Namaha. Vasana means dress. Vasana means clothing, dress.
Okay.
Okay. Beautiful. Samudravasane Devi Parvatastana Mandale Vishnupatni Namastubhyam Padasparsham Kshamasvame. Some of the holy places of India, Indians situated outside the boundary. Manasa Sarovar in China. I should actually say Tibet, frankly. They should edit the book to say Tibet. Kailasa Parvata in Tibet. Prashupatishwara in Nepal. Okay. Gauri Shankara Peak in Nepal again. Takshashila in Pakistan. Panini's birthplace, our dear Panini, Lahore. Then most part of Sindhu River, Pakistan. Yeah. So,
Mahodaya, have you visited any of the places, Mahodaya? Anyone? Have you visited Mahodaya?
I have not. I have not, sadly. None of this I have visited.
I visited Manasarovar, Kailash, Pashupatinath.
Very good, very good, fantastic. Good for you, Bhagini. One day
Sir,
I hope to go.
After sorry, sir. After speaking to you, I read about Samyukta Aksharani, sir. I got it cleared, sir. Sorry, sir. I asked that question.
No problem. But focus on the class when you're in the class. Do that afterwards. Huh? Thank you.
Okay, sir.
So let us finish off with this.
Madam, I just had a doubt.
Huh?
Samudravasane, can it be one who resides in ocean? Because it's Samudravasane Devi, one who resides in ocean. Lakshmi Devi.
But Samudra is like the kavacha for Earth. No, Earth doesn't reside in ocean. Ocean resides on the Earth.
Okay, but since this is a description of Lakshmi Devi, she came
No. This is the description of Bhumi, Bhudevi. She is also Vishnu Patni.
Okay. So, is Vasane word anyways related to Vasati or Nivasati?
Prayaha, I don't know. I don't know the Vyutpati. Probably it does.
Sir, it is related to Vastram.
Protection.
Vastram.
Yeah.
Vastram comes from Vasani.
I agree. Vastram comes from that one, but she is asking whether Vasa, I mean that staying, Vasa also comes from that. Perhaps like this, in this sense, Bhagini, because cloth is a protector, maybe the house is called the protector in the same sense. Vasa, Sthanam, like. Okay, perhaps. Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay.
But we will have to look into the dictionaries to look at the Vyutpatti of Vasas and Vasati.
Sir, Vasana is dress. Ashana Vasana Killa. Kannadadalli ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Ashana Vasana Vastra.
Correct. Vasana is used in Kannada also in that way. Very rarely nowadays.
Okay. Sir, which dictionaries can be referred to clear such doubts?
See, Bhagini, there is a very good portal created by Stuttgart University. Sadly, we Indians became slaves and forgot our mother tongue. So the Stuttgart or some other university. If you are part of the WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Then yesterday or so, I have shared 1 or 2 words meaning there. Okay, there is a link in one of the messages I have sent. www.sanskrit-lexicon.uni-colon.de, some German website. Okay. And there is a Apte Sanskrit dictionary searchable. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it.
You should learn to use that. But that is a little prouda, but it's also good for beginners also. But you will see lot of details there which only some grammarian can understand. Don't worry about those parts, but try to focus on the simple meaning part there. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Dhanyavad.
Sir, one more dictionary
there
is
are
available
some,
online.
that is not good. That's why I didn't name it. Right, that's not good. That is having lot of errors. Yeah. Some crowdsourced dictionaries are there. They're not much appreciated by anybody who knows Sanskritam well. I I know what you mean. Spokensanskrit.org or something like that is there. It is quick and gives some meanings, but it will give 50 meanings and you don't know which one to pick, then you are lost. Okay, it is like some kind of crowdsourced. Anybody, I can go and submit something, and it's like ridiculous. After some of the meanings are very ridiculous there. It's good for foreigners. Indians should not use that. Okay. Shiksha.
One is Sansadhani.
There are some apps like Bhagini mentioned. There are some apps. Ashtadhyayi.com also has some to some extent some lookup for Namapadas. So you can use all of those. Ashtadhyayi.com is a very good qualified website where good Sanskrit learners have done it. Yeah. So there is this Dvitiya Pataha final thing. Okay, we will come back after the break. I was just praying that I will do this before the break so that I can start the next lesson. But It's not to be. So take your 3-4 minute break. Let us gather back at 12:15 and go on for another 20 minutes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I hope you had a quick water break. So basically, as usual, at the end of the lessons, there are a few questions. Again, because the portions within each lesson are limited, this is of minimal utility, but let us quickly go through it. Etesham kriyapadanam shatranta rupam parishkritya likhata. Etesham of these, kriyapadanam of these verbs, Shatrantra Rupam, the form that is applicable with the Shatranta behavior, Parishkritya, having corrected, having cleaned up, Likatha, write it. Okay, so that means write the correct form like that. Okay, so if we are not careful, all kinds of wrong forms can emerge. So this is an interesting exercise. Shrunoti, shrunuvan. No, there is no ukara. So shrunvan, like that is the correct form. Okay. Shaknoti, shaknovan. Is that correct?
Shaknuvan.
Shaknuvan.
Shaknuvan. In this case, ukara has to come. Shaknuvan. So the aim of this exercise of Samskrita Bharati is to tell you, look guys, be very careful in pronouncing these things. Sanskrit is a mathematically precise language. So if you make some ukara, something else will happen. Water will become acid. Okay, so you have to be very careful. Just like chemical formula, you have to treat the letters. Okay. Bibheti, bibhyan.
Bibyat.
Bibyat. This was our red letter guy. Somebody was confused by this, right? See, remember. So bibhyat. Okay. So this is of the non-standard verbs. This guy is weird further. You have to be very careful. Okay. So krinati, krayan. Is that correct?
No, krinan.
Krinan. Very good. Krinan, krinanti. Okay. We haven't yet seen the Strilinga forms, which we'll see soon. Roditi, Rodan, Ayama. Rudan. See, once our brain starts become familiar with the correct forms, you will immediately throw up when you see these things. Okay. See, the thing is, it is not the question of mugging up. It is not the question of mugging up. It is the question of using it again and again. That's all. Okay. Without having a conscious worry that will I remember, remove that from your head. If you look at the correct forms enough times, your brain will do the job. You don't need to worry. Badhnati, badhnayan. Badhnan, very good. Badhnan, so much simpler. Okay. Dadati, dadan. Dadat, like bibyat, dadat. Very good. You guys are all ready. Ado nirdishtani vakyani shuddhani uta ashuddhani iti nirdishata. This is a adesha, so load. Uta is like athava types. Okay. Uta is a avyaya for or. Okay. Adho, adaha. There is a visarga utva there. Adaha nirdishtani vakyani shuddhani athava ashuddhani iti. So indicate whether the sentences below are pure or impure. Okay. So there will be a little deep testing here and there. Okay. So sometimes these visarga sandhi things will put you off because you need to know all the formulas. Let us see whether we can catch the stuff. Danam bhoga iti vittasya dvayi gatihi. Ashuddham. Okay. Ashuddham is the correct. Nashaha iti. Okay. Dhanam bhogaha nashaha iti vittasya tisraha gatayaha. Tisraha gatayaha. So here you see Dhanam bhogo nashas tisro gatayo bhavanti vittasya yo nadadati na bhunkte tasya tritiya gatir bhavati tasya manushyasya tritiya gatir bhavati na kevalam vittasya. Astu. Nashaha ityesha tritiya gatihi. Satyam. Idanimeva patitam asmabhihi shuddham. Vakyam etat shuddham asti. So generally you will see if it is relating to some verse etc. It is not about grammar. It is about the factual nature. But so here don't look for grammar. Look for corresponding verse memory, things like that. I doubt that these kind of questions are given in the final exam. It's a good exercise at the lesson level. That's all. Vyasananantaram praptam alpam saukyam khedaya.
Wrong.
Sukam, mahati sukam dadati. That is the thing. Ashuddham adhikam saukyam adhikam bhavati. Kim vyasananantaram saukyam swalpamapyadhikam bhavet kashayara samasadya swadvati vambu vindate. Even a normal water tastes sweet after काषाय रस सेवनात् पूर्वम् अम्बु स्वादु भवति। अशुद्धं पूर्वम् इति न परम् अशुद्धं परम् or अनन्तरं something you have to say. पाण्डवानां सेना द्रुपदेन व्यूढा।
Right.
द्रुपदेन न द्रुपदपुत्रेण व्यूढा. So it is very easy to mistake this as true. We have to be very cautious. द्रुपदपुत्रेण. Okay. अशुद्धं द्रुपदपुत्रेण दृष्टद्युम्नः. I hope I have spelled it right there. Okay. So एतेषां क्रियापदानां शत्रन्त पुल्लिंग एकवचनं ल्यबन्त रूपं च लिखत. So not only we have to write शत्रन्त पुल्लिंग एकवचन like क्रीडन् etc. And you have to also write the lyab anta. That means lyap pratyaya of the gun. This thing. Okay. So let us see this interesting exercise. Gun, which is to count. Dhatu for counting. Shatranta roopam. Ganayan. Okay.
Vigananya.
Pariganya.
Viganya. Somebody added the upasarga correctly. Thank you. Very good. See, lyabanta is possible when there is an upasarga. So we have to go with upasarga. Viganya, sanganaya, viganaya. Viganya va viganaya va iti darshavyam. Ganayan, sanganaya, viganaya iti likitamasti maya. So this is a little tough. Okay.
Viganaya will be in that passive form, right? Karmani prayoge viganaya agachati. Viganya.
I will cross check Bhagini. We will check this again. I have maybe written it with without the caution there. We'll check it. Okay.
So we could use pariganya also, right?
Yeah. Any upasarga that is appropriately suitable.
Sir, it is in page 204, sir.
Page 230.
It is Viganya. Viganaya.
So I think this one.
Viganaya it is given. Viganaya. Page 205. 205. Viganaya.
Viganya. To leave that one, concentrate on eating.
प्रश्नान्त पाठान्त गणयन् विगणय्य इत्येव अस्ति. विगणय्य इत्येव अस्ति अत्रापि. तो तत् द्रष्टव्यं भगिनी, अस्माभिः किञ्चित् द्रष्टव्यं.
पदसंग्रह मध्ये दत्तवान्.
तत्र तु अत्र विगणय्य इति लिखितमस्ति पाठान्ते किमस्ति. सो प्रायः अस्तु नाम पश्यामः. तत्र एतद् वक्तुं शक्नुमः ल्यबन्तरूपं कर्मण्याम् इति न पृष्टं तु कर्मण्यामपि उत्तरं दातुं शक्नुमः. एतदपि सम्यगेव, परन्तु साक्षात् सङ्गण्य विगण्य इति अस्ति वा तस्य उपयोगः प्रथमं स्यात् इति सम्यक् एव. अस्तु. चर् वेण्डर् चरन् Sancharya. Very good. Okay, somebody said Sancharya. So Charan as moving, Acharya having properly moved or executed some action. Sancharya having properly moved or executed some action. They almost simple equivalent meanings are there. It's completely till the end. That sense is there in the ang, upasarga there. Okay, chi to select. Chinoti is the form of
Chinvan.
Very good. Vakara comes in this one. Chinvan. And then
Vichitya.
Sanchaya or Sanchiya. We have to struggle with that. What is that? Okay, Chinvan is clear. Sanchitya. Sanchitya, Vichitya. Correct? Very good. Sanchitya, properly having selected, Vichitya having distinctly selected, like that. Okay.
Nischitya is given here.
Nischitya may be given in the book. Yeah.
Vichitya.
Vichitya is given. Yeah. Nischitya is also there. Nihi Chitya. Okay. Chinta, think.
Chintayan.
Chintayan, very good. Chintayan. So we know chintayitva is tvanta. Achintya, achintya iti bhavati prayah. Vichintya, achintya, correct. Chintayitva. I don't know why they have suddenly asked Lebanta to put us off. Actually, it would have been nice to ask Tvanta and Lebanta, then you would have good exercise. Okay. Chid, to cut.
Chindan.
Chindan. Very good. Chindan. Chindan. Very good. Then?
Parichidya.
Beautiful. Parichidya. Mahodaya said. See, normally you will be familiar with some word in somewhere that brain will pick up. Okay. Vichidya.
What about
Parichidya.
Vichidya, sir? Vichidya is correct.
Any number, 22 upasargas are there. Okay. Mahodaya is also correct. With that, we end this. So let us start. Just to herald the beginning of the next one, let us start. Okay. Switch windows to 3. So Tritiyaha Pataha. Little bit, few minutes we'll spend on the new lesson. Just to feel happy, we started the third lesson. If Samskrita Bharati comes to know I'm still struggling in the second lesson, they will switch me out. Shiksha Tritiyaha Pataha. Bhavitavyanam dwarani bhavanti sarvatra. Bhavitavyanam dwarani. Mute.
I'm not able to see the.
Bhavitavyanam dwarani bhavanti sarvatra. So sarvatra, everywhere. Dwarani bhavanti. Doors will be there. Doors will exist. For what? Bhavitavyanam dwarani. For
sir, your slide 17 only is seen, sir. I'm not sure whether.
So your slide has not changed.
I'm sorry. I will change. I will change. I didn't realize that the software change has resulted in a different behavior of PowerPoint. PowerPoint shows a different window, so I have to share again. It's funny. Okay, I hope you guys are looking at the correct one now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So Tritiyaha Pataha. Sorry about that. Bhavitavyanam dwarani bhavanti sarvatra. So sarvatra kimapi bhavanti. So dwarani bhavanti. Doors exist. For what? Bhavitavyanam dwarani sarvatra bhavanti. Okay, that's all. Okay. So for those things that should happen, open doors everywhere do exist. This is the Butler translation. Okay, and a little bit more descriptive Sanskritam. Let us read that. Bhavitavyanam karyanam krite sarvesham bhavananam dwarani udghatitaha bhavanti. What does it mean? For things that, for works that should happen, all the doors of all the, you can say, bhavanas, okay, the buildings, udghatitaha bhavanti. So they remain open. Yatha, like karyam sakshamataya bhaved iti ishvarecha ishvaranugraha api bhavati eva. So the upama here is this dwara is open not randomly. It is open because for a good work ishvarecha or ishvaranugraha exists and the doors will open, not for bad stuff. Okay, it inevitably happens because people know how to break the doors. God is struggling to help us. But normally sukaryani sakshamataya bhavediti ishvarecha atva ishvaranugrahah bhavati eva tatkaranateva dwaraha pihitaha bhavanti, open. Okay, chedapi manusha prayatnah tu sarvada avashyakah karyakarane ityapi smartavya. Just because the doors are open, things don't happen. You need to get in and get the action going. Okay, that is what is the thing about entering and doing the action. Okay, destiny is one leg. We've seen this chakradvayam and all that, similar to that. There is a little bit of that reflection in this one. Okay, So then little bit of Krudanta. Let's get started this week. Okay. Shatru द्वितीया विभक्ति प्रयोगानि पुल्लिंगे एव अस्माभिः प्रथमा विभक्तौ एव शब्दारोपाणि पठितानि इदानीं द्वितीया विभक्त्यामपि किञ्चित् पठामः कृदन्तानां विषये. In the previous lessons you learned the nominative means prathama vibhakti name forms. Okay, forms of present participles the title for Shatranta, Pathan, Gachan, etc. Now you will learn the accusative, which means karma, singular and plural forms. That means Dvitiya Vibhakti, Ekavachana and Bahuvachana forms of the same. So don't get put off by this nominative, accusative and all that. Okay. Accusative means something that we point to. Doesn't mean something that we accuse. The original meaning of accuse is to point to. Okay. These participle forms generally act as adjectives to another word. Okay. Because patantam, the one who is reading, then you will end up naming that person with some tam or ramam or something like that. So they are saying generally you will see the flight to the other vibhaktis happen in the case of adjectives dominantly. Okay. But you don't have to have the adjective adjunct or whatever that is called. The Visheshya present also. Patantam Pashya is correct sentence. Patantam Pashya, what it means? See the one who is reading. That's all. Okay. Patantam tam need not be again put. Patantam indicates tam automatically due to vibhakti. So patantam Pashya. If you want to point to somebody far, you can add tam. Patantam tam Pashya, like that. Because then you are bringing attention. Look at my finger. Go travel across that scene and pick the guy. Thumb. Okay, that's when you will use the finger and use thumb. Okay. So generally, if you are saying patantam pashya is enough. Or you can say patantam ramam pashya, patantam balam pashya. So the visheshana is also present in its ditya vibhakti. There visheshana. Visheshya is also present. So the Visheshya is the primary relationship to the dhatu. So balam pashya, kidrisham balam, patantam balam. Okay, again kidrisham, extract the adjective. Okay, pita patantam balam drishtva khristavan. What a beautiful word, that khristavan. So the father having looked at the boy who is reading. I have to go in a different order in English. He became a happy man. Drishtavan. It's a full description for Drishtavan. He became a happy man. So, or in simple English, father felt happy on seeing the boy reading. That's all. Okay. This is the Queen's form, but look at the butler first and then come there. Because our grammar is in Hindi also you speak like this. पिता ने पढ़ते हुए बालक को देख कर खुश हुआ. There is no drishtavan form, so kush hua we have to say. Here patantam is visheshanam and balam, which is the dvitiya vibhakti, is the visheshya. I lost the window here. Just a minute. Okay, you guys are still there. Okay. Janaha one. Therefore, it is also used in accusative singular form. So they're just pointing that Visheshana Visheshya Paddhati. That's all, nothing new there. Ditya Vibhakti. So let us read a few more sentences calmly and get one simple meaning for each and keep moving and get into the hang of reading these Shatrantas in Dvitiya Pullinga. Okay. Janaha vanam gacchantam ramam avalokya ruditavantaha. Gacchantam ramam avalokya. The Rama who is going, having seen, Janaha.
Going.
Bagini?
On seeing Rama going to the forest, like that.
I'm giving Butler translation. Just be patient. Okay. Janaha, the people. Vanam gacchantam ramam. Okay. The Rama who was going to Vana. Okay, so the Gacchantam is a Shatranta which is a adjective to Rama in Dvitiya, Rama being the object of looking by the people. Okay, Avalokya. So this looking, this actions, karma is Rama and his Visheshana is Gacchantam. Further, Vanam Gacchantam, the Gamlru Dhatu or the gam dhatu has a karma pada in vana. How beautiful the stack is. Only Sanskritam vibhaktis explain that. Okay. So for this, this is the final action. Ruditavantaha. So the original sentence here, if you remove all the shear of all the extras, is Janaha Ruditavantaha. The people cried in the past. People became the people who cried. Then Kim Krutva Ruditavantaha Avalokya Ruditavantaha. Kam Avalokya Ramam Avalokya Ruditavantaha. Kidrisham Ramam Gachantam Ramam Avalokya Ruditavantaha. Kutra Gachantam Athva Kam Gachantam Vanam Gachantam. Kutra Gachantam is also better, you can ask. Okay. Vanam Gachantam Ramam Avalokya Ruditavantaha. Okay. Looking at the Rama who was going to the forest, they all cried. Okay.
Sir,
having looked at.
Sir, one question. Here, instead of avalokya, can pashyan be also used?
Drishtva can be used.
Pashyan cannot be used. While
no,
seeing.
Pashyan. No. Then you have to go like this. Janaha vanam gachantaha ramam pashyantaha ruditavantaha. Then it's okay. Pashyantaha bahuvachane.
Okay, okay, okay.
11th avalokya.
This one is completion, past complete sense of avalokya, having looked at, having observed. Like that. Okay. But if say while observing they cried, which is also another way to state it, then you have to say pashyantaha avalokayantaha ruditavantaha.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You can, many ways to cut the ice. Okay. Yeah. Arakshakaha apaharantam choram baddhavantaha. So the police bound the thief who was stealing rarity. Okay. Saha patantam balam drishtva hasitavan. He, having seen the boy who was falling, he laughed. Okay. Saha hasitavan. Kim krutva hasitavan drishtva hasitavan. Kam drishtva balam drishtva. Kidrisham balam patantam balam. Stack, 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 stack. Akanksha paddhati. Reversing. Okay. Pradhana first, then upapradhanas with its vibhakti variants attached. Vyapnuvantam megham drishtva mayuraha nartitavantaha. Vyapnuvantam megham drishtva mayuraha nartitavantaha. This is more easily stacked for us. The primary is mayuraha nartitavantaha. The peacocks, they danced. Okay. Kim krutva nartitavantaha drishtva nartitavantaha. Kim drishtva megham drishtva. Kidrisham megham vyapnuvantam megham. Vyapnuvantam is a little, you need to vyapti, you know. Vyapti means extent, right? So vyapnuvantam means that which is spreading and extending in the sky, the thick cloud which will going to bring harsha to them with varsha. Okay. So that's why they are dancing. So vyapnuvantam, number 5, you see, covering, spreading, pervading. They have helped here and there when there are new words. They are putting some dictionary right there. Always internet is there for us. Dhavantam mrugam Ramaha anusrutavan. Rama followed the deer that was running. So with this, we are well past the time required. So let us catch up in the afternoon, continue reading the second column sentences and learn more about Shatrantas. Okay. Have a nice lunch break. Please do come back in good numbers in the afternoon so that we complete some more lessons.
I have one doubt. All these, can I ask, sir?
Please ask.
Yeah, all these Shatranta Pullinga words are declinable just like Bhavan Shabda, Bhavan, Bhavantau, Bhavantaha. Is it for since Ditya Vibhakti is there? I got
to some extent. To some extent, there is that behavior. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thank
correct.
You. Excuse me. Is
Purvan,
it present continuous or
Purvantaha.
past?
Present. It is like current continuous. If you remember my class, a lot of time we have spent on discussing the subtle difference between present continuous and current continuous. Please go back and follow that.
Yeah.
If you missed it. Yes. It is more
Sir,
like
Shatranta-
current continuous. Yeah.
Sir, can I ask one question?
Thank you.
Sir, can I ask one question?
Please ask.
Yeah. See, Vyapnuvantam, the Shatranta form in Prathama Vibhakti is Vyapnuvan, Vyapnuvantau, Vyapnuvantaha. But the Krudanta form, Pullinga is also Vyapnuvantaha. Is it true?
What Krudanta form?
Vyapnuvan, Vyapnuvantau, Vyapnuvantaha.
I think it is not Vyapnuvan, probably Vyaptavan or something like that, perhaps.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Vyaptavan makes more sense.
Lot of noise coming from somewhere. I just don't know. Who is asking? Is it Seema?
Seema.
1 minute. Let me mute the other person. Oh, the noise is gone. So now, your questions are right, Bhagini. Sometimes because we have this hundreds of Krudantas and sometimes the forms tend to look identical in two different declensions. Okay, why Krudanta? Even within the Vibhakti table, they look identical, right? We know that, right? So generally, we need to go with more than just the reverse engineered form to say, hey, this is Prathama Vibhakti, Dvitiya Vibhakti, that one, that Krudanta, etc. Look at the context of the sentence. So we have to go with the Vakya level understanding to derive the specific, home in on the specific form. Huh?
Yeah. Okay, sir. Yeah.
So I mean, you're right.
Yeah, there are many.
There is
many
no
common words.
There is no 100% distinction at all. Just generally about 70-80% distinction exists, so that you don't get confused. About 20-30% overlap is there. You have to take it.
Yeah. Thank you.
There are many common words. It's only from the sentence we have to know. Even with words are there like that.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to go beyond the sentence also. Yeah.
And pulling is pathat is like bhavat. Napunsakaling is like jagat. And striling is like Gauri and Nadi.
Okay. Thanks, Bhagini. So please, I hope she is right. Please follow her guidance. Okay. All right, guys. So have a nice lunch and let's come back at 3 o'clock. Okay. Take a break now. Don't worry about Sanskritam.
Dhanyawad.
Dhanyawad.